A country that recently has been in spotlight of many global affairs made some changes in their citizenship by investment program that make it way more appealing for you to apply for it. In today's video, I'm going to explain it to you what those changes are and how you can benefit from those and why this particular citizenship by investment option can be very interesting. Hi, I'm Joanna from Nomad Capitalist, where we help 7- and 8-figure entrepreneurs and their families legally reduce their taxes, protect their wealth, and in many cases obtain second or third or fourth, even more citizenship. And it was the shocking news when a couple of years ago, Egypt announced that they are introducing citizenship by investment. So everyone was wondering first who would buy it, especially given that it was a bit overpriced for what it is. So Egypt doesn't have a wide variety of visa-free options. It mostly has visa-free access to Arabic countries, to African countries. So everyone was wondering who is going to get that citizenship by investment. And they were going back and forth with options that they are going to offer. So it offers a wide variety of options to invest in. So from a simple donation, where minimum donation is 250,000 US dollars or equivalent in local currency, to business acquisition, which is from $500,000, obviously equivalent in local currency. They made a process very nice. It is fairly simple. They do not look for extreme amount of documents, pretty standard set of documents. And the process is relatively fast, so 6 to 9 months, depending in which moment you make an investment. So it is, for what it is, slightly overpriced, given that, again, Egypt doesn't give you many visa-free access options. But this year, there are two factors that pretty much put Egyptian citizenship by investment very high on the list of many entrepreneurs, many global citizens who are looking to diversify their citizenship portfolio. So what they did is that they reduced a real estate option. So they always had option to invest in real estate. It was starting from $500,000. But what they did is they reduced it to 300,000 US dollars equivalent in local currency. So for all of these options, you need to make an investment in local currency. And the other news that really was in all world's headlines is that Egypt is joining BRICS. So with that opportunity, global citizens who are looking to diversify their passport portfolio, they're now obtaining a BRICS passport, which will have a potential in the future. Obviously, they will probably gonna get visa-free accesses to other BRICS countries, and certain integration between those countries will be happening going forward. So this gives Egyptian citizenship by investment program a lot of potential. So besides reducing a real estate investment from $500,000 to 200,000, what they also did is they allowed investment in freehold properties. So it's not a secret that we at Nomad Capitalist love when people get their residence or their citizenship through real estate investment, but real estate investment in freehold properties. So government development project, which is something that was applicable before, are usually not a good investment. So they will grant you citizenship or in some other cases residence, but they're usually not good as an investment. Obviously certain exemptions exist, but in most of the cases, those are properties built for the specific purpose of getting a citizenship by investment or, again, residence by investment in some cases. They're highly overpriced for what they are. Usually developers are someone that government picked, so they might not necessarily be the best, and they can, they have some wiggle space when it comes to regulation and fulfilling standards, so they don't always have to be the best. Investing in freehold properties, so It gives you opportunity, obviously, for you to pick between wide range of opportunities available at the market, but also obviously be responsible for your own choices, your own investment, and in 99% of cases, it gives you opportunity for better long-term investment. So what's the deal with Egypt? As I said, the investment is $300,000. You can invest in multiple properties. So for this amount of money, you can really buy a couple of properties, even in Cairo or certain resorts. They do have certain restrictions on the area in which you cannot buy, and they're around Peninsula Sinai, which is a kind of military area, but you can buy, let's say, in mainland Egypt across that area. So as I said, multiple properties, and for that amount of money, you can buy a lot. Some of the best areas to invest if we're just looking into Cairo, which is a capital city, is hustling and bustling city with ever-growing population, are Zamalbek, Heliopolis, and the 6th of October city. Obviously, depending on your preference, you can choose between some other areas. This is something that we in Nomad Capitalist love. We think those are very good, and they can obviously give you a certain lifestyle. The properties there are always desirable. And the best thing that you can still, even in those areas that are very popular in demand, find properties that are less than $1,000 per square meter. So for example, in Zamalbek, which is one of the best areas in Cairo, where all residences are, where a lot of embassies are, so old buildings are, you can, for this amount of money, you can purchase either multiple properties that are 150 square meters each, so you can put that into 2 properties that are around that size, or you can purchase multiple slightly smaller properties. The reason why we think this particular option, so investing $300,000 in freehold properties in Egypt, probably more specific in Cairo, is good, is because of Egyptian population. So population is very young. Interest for housing is very high. They have ever-growing population. So population in Egypt is increasing. They're trying to bring more foreign investors that will obviously increase purchasing power of the population. So rental yields are rather high in this area, in those areas that we mentioned specifically. Also, it gives you an opportunity that after a couple of years of holding, which you should do because of citizenship by investment rules, you can resell your properties and really earn quite good return on investment. So at this moment, those are around 10%. Certain areas it can go higher, but they do have a trend of growing. Also, trend of urbanization in Egypt is very strong. A lot of young people want to be in the cities. Additionally, that is fueled by government that is building a new capital center, so it is fueling that development further on. So all of these factors, obviously, Egypt joining BRICS really make it appealing citizenship by investment option. If this is your second passport, then definitely you might not get those benefits in terms of visa-free travel access as you would get, for example, with some of Caribbean islands passports that have way more visa-free countries. So if you're looking for a second passport, Egypt is probably not the best option for you, strictly looking in terms of visa-free access that you are getting, given that obviously with some Caribbean options, which might be based on pure donation or real estate investment, you can get access to way higher number of visa-free countries. So Egypt doesn't have that benefit, but what it gives you especially again for those that are looking to obtain third or fourth passports or do already have multiple passports and residence there, give them a lot of visa-free countries, is the access to so-called another block. So access to BRICS, it gives you access to a lot of, as I said, African and Arab countries. It can be your starting point if you are looking to invest more in Africa. If this can be your starting point. So a lot of people are usually concerned when it comes to investment in Africa, investment in citizenship by investment options, or especially real estate options. We do not particularly recommend other options in Egypt, but real estate option can be your first step to dip your toes into growing African market. If you're looking for a second, third, fifth passport or a residence program, or just in general protecting your wealth and you're not sure where to start, you can go to Nomad Capitalist apply page and start your journey.